You gotta rate Canelo though. He saw that slap or that attempted strike from a mile away. He's like, sweet. You gotta rate his defense. Hi there guys, and welcome to A Dash of Sports episode 50. I'll be your host and presenter, Dashiki Dash, and on this show is where I talk about all things sports related, hot topics, and trending stories. And if you like the previous episodes, then give us a like, comment, subscribe. Also remember to press the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any of my shows. And remember, sharing is caring, so don't forget to share this. And on today's show, I'm going to be talking about some boxing, combat sports, starting off with a fight that I really can't wait to watch. Canelo versus Caleb Plant. Both of them had a heated exchange, scrapping, scuffing during their face-off. And you can only imagine, that's how they're starting off during their face-off. God knows what it's going to be like in the ring. And then a fight that I didn't really want to watch, but hey, it's here now, isn't it? This Saturday, Anthony Joshua makes his mandatory defense against Alexander Usyk for the WBO World Heavyweight title. Now who's gonna win this? AJ, Usyk? All I just know is AJ better win, because all we care about is the fight against Tyson Fury. Get past Usyk so you can finally face Tyson Fury. And then last but not least, the fight that I so wished I didn't watch. Bouncer versus Armz Korleone, and this was just like two pigs in a sty rolling around after all that hype, all that chat, all that Mike Tyson talk, and this is what you give us. Well, what's in store for them next? Is there going to be a part 2? Should they just keep it strictly boxing? Is anybody even prepared to watch a part 2? I don't know, man, but hey, more to be discussed right here on the Dash of Sports.
Pay-per-view.
Oh, damn. Oh, he swung for him. Wow. What did he say? Look, whatever he said to him, face to face, close. He must have whispered something to him that really got under his skin, but you know what? It's quite strange because Canelo's quite calm. Well, in the last couple of years, to be fair, he's kind of come out of his shell a bit. It's like, I don't know how he's been collecting all these belts. It's a bit like Thanos, isn't it? Just been collecting them stones, and whatever powers he's been getting from them belts, it's definitely got him out of his shell. And all of a sudden now, from, you know, having verbals with other boxers, you're hearing him speak a lot more English nowadays. And now what we're seeing with all of this pushing, this is definitely a new Canelo. But hey, as strange as it may have been, apparently Canelo had a reason on why he shoved Caleb Plant. Canelo stated, "You can say whatever about me, but not my mum." And then he went on to say, "I'm going to fight anyone who says something about my mum." And he swung first. I just pushed him, he swung first. And I do what I do, he crossed the line. And then he ended it by saying, "It'll be over in 8 rounds or less. I'm going to knock out this guy easy." Boy, all I'm saying, it's going to be a tough order for Caleb Plant. Let's not forget, Canelo holds the WBA, the WBC, and the WBO world titles. He's had that since like December. Remember, he's also ended the undefeated reigns of Callum Smith and Billy Joe Saunders. Those are 2 tough fights that he's, you know, gotten by. And Caleb Plant, IBF title holder, does he have a chance? That's the question. Does he have a chance? And for me, the way Canelo's, like, I don't know, man. It's like a new, like, fire that's burning inside him right now, and I don't know who's going to be able to take him, but. And plus he's hungry for that last title to complete, you know, all the belts that he needs to get. So the way Canelo's coming into this fight, like Caleb Plant, if you did diss his mum, this is not the right way to go about it. I don't think you need to be, you know, poking the bear, poking that wild animal to try and get under his skin, because I think it just makes it worse. I think Canelo doesn't need that added motivation in that ring, because when he says he's going to take you out in maybe the first 8 rounds, I believe he means it. But look, take nothing away from Caleb Plant. He's a champion in his own right, and I'm not trying to make him sound mediocre. That's not what I'm trying to do at all. All I'm just saying is just be careful what you wish for in certain situations. I don't think this fight really needed that. The titles are there to be, won. The competitiveness between the two fighters is there. But if it is a case that Plant dissed his mum, he definitely stepped over the line. But this is all alleged, accusations. So I don't know. I've watched the video time and time again to see if he said something. It doesn't seem like it to me, but I don't know, man. I don't know what these guys would be whispering up there. And, boxers are smart, man. Whenever they get off on these kind of face-offs, they know what they're saying or they know what they're doing to get under each other's skin. So if he did say anything along them lines about his mum or his family, then all I'm just saying is the best of luck to Caleb Plant up in there in the ring, because he's going to have to back up his words. But things doesn't seem like it's dying down. Canelo was saying that basically Plant tried. He tried to hit him, and it was like slaps as well. It wasn't like a punch or anything like that. These guys know better. They know better than trying to jeopardize the fight. So it was open slap box, open palm. Canelo was just saying, look, man, you miss. You saw the reflexes, innit? But Caleb Plant, he ain't letting it lie. He's like, nah, man, you trying to say I missed you? Nope. He posted up on Instagram showing still pictures, him slapping Canelo in the face. But if you actually watch it in real time, if it's a case that he caught him, it was barely a touch, and maybe just a little bit of a graze. But as much as he's been celebrating just being able to clip Canelo, he needed to take a look at himself, because he was bleeding under the eye as well. It just looks like it's a scratch, if anything, nothing that's going to jeopardize the fight. But these are the things why these fighters really need to control themselves, because one false move, you can really jeopardize the fight. All the money, everything that is involved in the fight over just, a few verbals, a few words here and there. It shows how competitive they are for this fight. But we just got to wait and see how it pans out. My money, well, if I was a betting man, my money would be on Canelo. I just feel like he is, right now, man, he's probably pound for pound the best fighter out there. I don't know if there's going to be much arguments to that, but if you feel otherwise, remember, put your comments down below and let me know, and who would actually win this fight, Canelo or Caleb Plant. Put your comments down below and let me know. And I'm moving on to Anthony Joshua versus Alexander Usyk, a fight that I haven't been too gassed about, but it's here now, so we just got to see what happens. The British fighter Anthony Joshua could face his toughest test yet when he fights Alexander Usyk in London on Saturday at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Joshua, 31, who puts his world titles on the line against Usyk, a former undisputed cruiserweight world champion. The 34-year-old Ukrainian has won all 18 professional fights, beating Tony Bellew and Derek Chisora on that run. Now, before I get into all the attributes and who I think is going to win the fight and all of that, there's something about this fight that's just been so lackluster in terms of its promotion, in terms of the hype. Like, I had the chance to go and watch this fight, and I really just sat there and thought to myself, you know what? I don't really want to go. It gives me that Joseph Parker vibe. Like, you remember that fight, AJ versus Joseph Parker? Like, all of this hype about Joseph Parker being very technically sound. He's more technical than AJ. And obviously AJ then went into that fight trying to fight that kind of, same fight as Parker. And it was a bore fest. Usyk is very technical. Like, we can't deny that. But the power lies with AJ. But we're hearing rumors that AJ is trying to, cut down weight, he's trying to strip down, he wants to be a little bit more slimline. Does this mean that he's trying to match up with, Usyk? Who knows? All I know is he better go into this fight and just fight his own fight, get him up out of there, and then concentrate on Fury. Is he going to be able to do it? I don't know. But like I said, this fight, yeah, man, you can hear it in my voice. I'm just frustrated because I'm just like, we all wanted the Fury fight. That was the fight that we wanted to see at the back end of this year. But unfortunately, the situation with Wilder getting his rematch, or the three-peat, and the fact that, they have to fight again for the third time, oh, that's annoying. But hopefully Fury will be able to deal with that situation over there. AJ will deal with this situation over here with Usyk, and then they finally, I think, had they been talking around March, once they both do what they need to do around March times, they'll be able to then face each other. But with all this politics, who knows, man? Like, we've already seen Anthony Joshua lose to Andy Ruiz, so anything could happen. And if that was to happen and Usyk was to beat AJ, we're gonna have to wait again. Oh man, nah. AJ, you better win. You better win. Alexander Usyk shrugged off his fears about Anthony Joshua's powerful physique and plans to make his doubters understand in the world title fight he'll be able to handle him. Well, Anthony Joshua returned with his own words by saying, "I'm in there with the ultimate aim of winning. My goal is to either hurt you or beat you until I get the win." Anthony Joshua has warned that he has primed these multiple hurtful punches for Alexander Usyk. Whether it's the right hand, the uppercut or the jab, you're going down. But both fighters, they're trying to come with a fighting talk, but at the same time, they're quite calm people, innit? So it's like, I don't really think that this fight needs all that hype. Maybe it's actually missing it, to be fair. Because it's just, nothing really to it. But we're both seeing them how they're trying to be relaxed. We saw Usyk in the open training doing some juggling. And then later on, Anthony Joshua posted on his Instagram showing that he can also do the juggling act. Yeah, I wish I could sell it more than this, but I'm really just, at this point, just let the fight come. Sit down, I'll watch it. I'm just glad it's not over in the US, or, where you have to stay up late or wake up early hours in the morning to watch it. So they'll probably do the ring walk and all of that from about 10:30, 11 o'clock. So we'll see what happens. If I was a betting man, as I always say, my money will be on AJ. I think he's just got a lot more to lose, and like the fight against Andy Ruiz, that experience of losing, when you're so close to completing what he's set out to do, and that's to be undisputed champ, I don't think he's going to rest on his laurels on this occasion. But at the same time, man, this is heavyweight boxing. You never know. There's always a puncher's chance. But realistically, I just don't see where Usyk is going to get this power from. Skillful, yes, but power, yeah, I don't know. Heavyweight boxing, you're going to need that power, man. This is no Chisora or anyone. Any of these like minnows that you're going to be fighting. This is the, the heavyweight champion of the world. So let's just see what happens. But if you think otherwise, if you think that Usyk has a chance, put your comments down below and let me know. Let me know what round you think that the fight is going to end in. And yes, just let me know who's going to win. Who's your money on? Is it Anthony Joshua or is it Alexander Usyk? Let me know. And then last but not least, man, I can't believe I watched this fight. Bouncer versus Armz Korleone. Armz versus Bouncer in one of the worst fights that I've seen, whether it be professionally, amateur, you name it. Streets, you name it. School, you name it. It's one of the worst fights I've seen to date, and yeah, man, I wish I didn't watch it. Bouncer has become the wicked and bad champion after winning his MMA fight against Armz Korleone. In a unanimous decision, Bouncer won the fight and later praised his opponent and celebrated their monumental achievement. The fight consisted of 5 separate 3-minute rounds, and at the end of the 5th, the winner was crowned by the judges. Now, if you didn't watch that fight, I don't even know if I should tell you to watch it or not. Go and watch it, because you're going to definitely need to know exactly what I'm talking about. It was like, man, respectfully, it was like two pigs in a sty just rolling around. It was really bad. It was like two big guys just sweating all over, sweating all over each other. And it was just awful. This fight in itself, it should have just been a boxing match, because I understand now why Bouncer wanted it to be MMA. One thing I will say about this fight, Bouncer, he chose MMA and he did not display any mixed martial arts skills whatsoever. Like, the way he was begging for this MMA fight, you would have thought like, yeah, he's really gonna be showing us something. Nope. And Armz, he was on this boxing business, and I don't even know, did he catch him? I don't even know if he caught him with a punch. And he didn't want to keep his distance. He kept trying to engage. Each and every time you knew that Bouncer was trying to take you down, you wanted to engage, you wanted to engage. And he got tired, and they just ended up, there was one point where Bouncer grabbed Armz and they just literally just fell to the ground. Listen, the whole fight was just spent on the ground. There's nothing else to describe, to be fair. First 30 seconds, it looked like something was gonna go down. The rest of the fight, absolutely rubbish. Now I'm gonna backtrack a little bit, just a little bit, and just say, look, I'll give them some ratings, because it's not easy to organize such an event and to even just get in the ring or the octagon as it was, and to perform and fight and scrap it out. But they just didn't have the skill set, man. They just wasn't good enough. But like I said, to hold such an event and to also have, you know, fighters on the undercards, I think Little Man fought as well, and his fight was by far more entertaining than Bouncers and Armz. But apart from that, that's the only thing that I can rate them about. The fight in itself was atrocious. Rudy poo. And they're trying to say they're gonna run back the fight. I don't know if they got the pulling power, man. They fooled everyone. For me, it felt like a bit of a hoax, but at times it did look very much real. I just feel like both of them, as much as they were, you know, putting on their socials and how they were training and stuff like that, I don't think they really put in the work. Or maybe it just shows you like, yo, man, you know, 5 rounds, 3-minute rounds, it's not easy, man. The professionals make it look easy, but it's not easy. But who would want to see them run it back again? Listen, I need to answer this one quick. Not me, man. Ah, man, I couldn't bear to watch that again. If they were gonna box, maybe, nah. After about a round or two, they're gonna get gassed, they'll get tired, then they're gonna probably be holding and more rolling around, probably slapping each other. Nah, I don't want to see these two fighting, man. Like, unless something dramatic changes in their skill set, I would not want to see them run this back again. But for you guys as well, man, I've answered my own question. But what are you lot saying? Would you want to see them do it again? Bouncer versus Armz Part 2? Man, put your comments down below and let me know, man. Because I know that I wouldn't want to see it. But let me know what you lot think. Part 2, yay or nay? And with that being said, I'm going to leave it there for today, but thank you so much for watching another episode of A Dash of Sports. That was episode 50. Thank you so much. And if you need further information about future episodes or just your day-to-day sporting updates, then hey, come and check me out, man. I'm on Instagram and I'm also on Twitter, which is A Dash of Sports. I'll put it down below here, A Dash of Sports, and I'll also leave it in my description so that you got a direct link to that. And please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Smash that like button, comment, and help me to get these subs up, man. I truly appreciate your love and support with that. And don't forget to press the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any of my shows. Until the next time here on A Dash of Sports, peace.